Okay. Uh, oh my god, my poor little laptop. Okay. Um, we're gonna go get some water and then we will get started. I do apologize if you could hear my chair. It is probably the squeakiest thing this in the universe, honestly. It's actually kind of crazy. Um, so stream plan. I wanted text. Stream plan for today. Um, let's go with that. Not that it matters. Stream plan. One. Uh, I'm probably not gonna do this very often, but there's an article I want to read. Dark mode kind of messed up all these colors. Um, oh my god. Two. It's not the right color. Um, two. Probably want to take a little chest break, see how my energy is because very tired. Um, oh my god. Three. Let's go green. Uh, coding. on the coding stream? No way. The general idea for today. As for what we're gonna code, I went through and did build system off stream. Could do working with C. It's pretty short. Or async. Async might be the useful thing. Which events? Da 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 da. Yeah, okay. So we'll do, unless I randomly get a bit of inspiration to work on my other thing. Probably do async and then make a fucking, this is gonna be so cringe, but a to-do list app. Command line, of course, because yeah. Probably gonna ramble a lot this stream. I tend to just talk more when I'm tired, and I also swear more, so do with that what you will. Alright, one article. Oh my god. Okay. So, the article I have chosen is How to Network as an Introvert. I think it's going to be a good read, and it's relevant to most people of my inclination, and I would imagine a lot of programmers are introverts. That's just the nature of it. And I figured it might be good, so why not share it? Since 80% of finding a job is networking. Sadly. Anyway. Why am I writing this? Sometimes I'd leave an event unsure if I connected with anyone or if anyone noticed I was there. I'd show up, blend in, talk just enough, smile just enough, and then disappear. The next morning, I'd wonder if anyone ever remembered I was there. This is what often happens when introverts This is what often happens to introverts trying to network. It's not that we lack social skills, it's that we're playing the game without a system that fits our wiring. I mean, those are kind of conflicting sentences there. Yeah, we technically don't always lack social skills. However, when you're in a system that doesn't work with how you do, your lack of ability to participate in it will be perceived as lacking social skills, and it will have the same outcome. Uh, that's my thoughts on that. I'm writing this blog as a reminder, a checklist for myself or anyone who relates for the next professional gathering, party, or group event. A guide on what I now plan to do differently step by step. Before we begin, credit to this book, which gave me this structure. Check that out, I guess. Let's see what it's about. How to talk to anyone, 92 little tricks for big success in relationships. Da 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 da. Yeah. Standard self-help kind of book, it looks like. Before the event, shrink the unknowns. Walking into a room is easier when your nervous system isn't in overdrive. Start with basics. Eat before you go. Most events are light on food and heavy on overstimulation. Yup, like that. Being full helps you stay present, not preoccupied. Add one small item to what you're wearing. That gives others something to comment on. It's called a what's it. A pin, a vintage shirt, a random book in your hand. People need an excuse to start a conversation. Give them one. Fair advice, I would say. I would never done it. Can't speak to its effectiveness. Scan the news for 2 minutes. You don't need to be a genius, but it keeps you from blanking out when someone says, "Did you see what happened today?" This isn't about having talking points, it's about removing friction. Lastly, go over the 6-point party checklist. Who's going? When do you want to arrive? What's the vibe? Why are you attending? Where is it exactly? How are you getting back? These simple questions give structure to an evening that often feels like chaos. This one I don't really think matters that much, because if you say no, they'll just be like, oh, well, this is what happened. I like this, though. I would say this one is much more about removing friction than scanning the news for 2 minutes. The moment you enter, control your signal. The most overlooked part of networking is the first 5 seconds. People scan you quickly and assign a story. You can shape that story. Stand still in the doorway, look around, not like you're lost, like you're assessing. This pause signals confidence, then pick a group that feels open and approach. No rush. Keep your body open, wrists visible, arms uncrossed. Your posture is your pitch. Shoulder back, chin level. Make eye contact before you smile, let there be a beat. Then let the smile arrive slowly. This delayed warmth makes your smile feel specific, not generic. It's subtle, but people feel the difference. Yeah. First impressions, unfortunately, are the most important ones. And, yeah. I'm terrible at them. I don't have much to say about this because my social skills for things like this are very, very poor. Opening line, skip the small talk trap. Most people hate starting conversations because they overthink the words. The truth is, words are secondary. Your tone, posture, and energy do most of the work. Nonverbal communication. Gotta love it. Start with, how do you spend most of your time? Not, what do you do? It opens people up beyond job titles. Interesting. I like that. Open-ended questions are always good. Listen for what lights them up, echo a few of their words back to them. If someone says they're working on solar hardware, ask, solar hardware? Then pause. It gives them space to explain and shows you're actually listening. Yes. Active listening and just like listening in general. Aside from the like nonverbal communication, I would say listening is the second most important communication skill, I guess. It's super important. When they're done, don't jump in with your story. Wait, let the silence breathe. If you share something common, wait a beat before you say it. The delay makes it feel like insight, not interruption. Not much to say on that. I'm really bad on this part. The delay. Yeah, I don't try to be like, it's not intended to be an interruption. Just I'm not a huge fan of silence. So and also I want to say the thing before I forget what it is. Unfortunately, mid-conversation, be the one who tracks. Keep track of the small things, their dog's name, the town they just moved from, the one thing they said in passing. Small details are essential if you're trying to build, what's it called? Build rapport with people. If you're in a group, use their own story to spotlight them. Say something like, you have to tell them about that glacier trip. That line alone can shift how they remember you. It shows that you're paying attention and willing to share the room. Again, active listening is very important. If the conversation stalls, don't panic. Repeat the last few words they said with a slight upward tone. It's called parroting, and it gently invites them to keep going without forcing anything. If someone says, work's been kind of chaotic lately, you can just respond with, chaotic lately? And let them take it from there. That also has the added benefit of you not having to think of what to say. Engaging the host. Go specific, not loud. Hosts are often moving fast. Don't waste their time with great party. Say something more vivid. The lighting is perfect. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Everyone feels relaxed. Probably don't say that one. That's kind of weird. It anchors your presence with detail. Offer to help with something small. Refill ice, carry extra plates. Tiny acts give you visibility without performance. Leaving well. Be memorable, not dramatic. Don't disappear. Say goodbye with intention. Use an uncommon adjective. Had a remarkable time. Such a thoughtful gathering. Not sure how I feel about that one. I guess it depends on the context, though. That's just like kind of weird. That small twist makes you stick. If you connected with someone, follow up within 24 hours. Share an article, a meme, a line that ties back to your conversation. This isn't networking, it's reinforcement. Because networks don't matter if you don't talk to them. Write down what you remember, glacier, dog name, their startup idea. Those notes are your memory system for real relationships. I've actually been noticing a lot lately that people I interact with, both online and in person, tend to actually take notes on people, which is, I mean, to me, that feels kind of strange. I keep it all in my head, but I suppose there's a point where there's too many people to do that, or even too many details to do that. 3 weeks later, check in. It's not needy, it's respectful. Most people forget you didn't. That matters. Closing thoughts. What I have learned is you don't need to work the room or become someone you're not. Most of the time, it's enough to show up with confidence, listen well, and leave one real moment behind. That's the part people remember anyway. Um, yeah, nice little article. Okay, it's one of those things that like it you can have all the theory you want. Like you can have every single piece of theory on business party confidence or whatever, but unfortunately it's just one of those things you have to do. But yeah, has some good information in there. Be confident. Nonverbal stuff matters. Um, actually listen. Um, don't try to hog the focus. And be memorable/different. If I could spell. Um, yeah, I would say those are the key takeaways from that. It's my first time doing anything like that, so I don't really have much to say, but and I mean these apply to every social interaction, right? Like it's not just the networking event or the business party or the whatever. Like this is just how you should interact with people in a meaningful way. And yeah, it takes a lot of practice, but as you can see, it's really just four things. So, um, these two are probably the easiest. The confidence one and the nonverbal communication. At least for me, this is the hardest part, and I would imagine it's the hardest part for a lot of other introverts and or people on the spectrum, just because like that's not how our brains work. Oh, I guess don't be afraid of silence. But yeah, overall, nice little article. Uh, Nothing I didn't really know already, but oh well. Um, I don't remember what a check mark looks like. Uh, sure, it's close enough. Um, I kind of thought the article was going to be longer. Uh, I guess I guess I can chess because I don't. Nah, the article was way too short. I'm gonna start with async. Maybe not. Hold on. Um, 59351 async. Um, is there really no async? Uh, Async functions. Regressed with the release of 11 due to multiple unsolved blah blah blah. The cancellation problem. Da, da, da. Uh, Suspend. Yep. Okay. Um, Maybe I won't do async because if it's not actually in here, it doesn't matter. Um, is this uh is there a way I can just I think there's no async. Source. Um yeah. Well then. I guess it doesn't hurt to try, but I suspect we're not going to have much success with that. Um, a functioning understanding of Zig's async requires familiar with the concept of the call stack. If you have not heard of this before, check out this Wikipedia page. Is the call stack different from the stack? Stack data structure stores information about the active subroutines and inline blocks. This type of stack is also known as an execution stack, program stack, control stack, runtime stack, or machine stack. This is often shortened to simply the stack. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So first in, last out. Simple enough. Traditional function call comprises of three things. Initiate the function with its arguments, pushing them to the stack frame. Transfer control to the function. Upon function completion, hand control back to the caller, retrieving the return value and popping the function from the stack. Pretty simple. I had that backwards to how I normally had it. I don't remember how to make this wider. So I guess we're sticking with okay. With SIG's async functions, we can do more than this, with the transfer of control being an ongoing two-way conversation. We can give control to the function and take it back multiple times. Because of this, special considerations must be made when calling a function in an async context. That's a lot of words. We can no longer push and pop the stack frame as normal, as the stack is volatile, and things above the current stack frame may be overridden. Not quite sure what it means by above there. Do I not have a... Is there really no fill? Okay. So you have... Oh my god. Let me move it. So you have some arbitrary whatever. You have your high address and you have your low address. I'm fairly certain that's how it works if I remember correctly. Yeah. So you have higher addresses and you have lower addresses. It's kind of confusing. So when they put above in quotes here, that's because the stack moves that way. So let's say you have 1, 2. Oh my god. What the heck? 4 and 5. So you do 1, you do 2, and so it moves to 3, but because you're in async, you actually want to do 2 again. So then this gets crossed out with 2, and now 3 is gone. I think that's what they mean. Above the current stack, yeah. Instead, explicitly storing the async function's name. What? We can no longer push and pop from the stack frame as normal. Instead, explicitly storing the async function's name. While most people won't make use of its full feature set, this style of async is useful for creating more powerful constructs such as event loops. I can't talk. The style of Zig's async may be described as suspendable stackless coroutines. Zig's async is very different to something like an OS thread, which has a stack and can only be suspended by the kernel. Furthermore, Zig's async is there to provide you with control flow structures and code generation. Async does not imply parallelism or the usage of threads. Suspend and resume. In the previous section, we talked about how async functions can give control back to the caller and how the async function can later take control back. This functionality is provided by the keywords suspend and resume. When a function suspends, control flow returns to wherever it is last resumed. When a function is called via an async invocation, this is an implicit resume. The comments in these examples indicate the order of execution. There are a few things to take in here. 1. The async keyword is used to invoke functions in an async context. So it's kind of like putting const or comp time. Async func returns the function's frame. I'm assuming by that they mean the stack frame. We must store this frame. So yeah, that's the stack frame. The resume keyword is used on the frame, whereas suspend is used from the calling function. Let's just yoink that. Um, this example has a suspend but no matching resume. In well-formed code, each suspend is matched with a resume. So we go here. Rfu I32 is equal to 1. Test suspend with no resume. Yankee with no brim? Sorry. I get a bit loopy when I'm tired. Frame is equal to, okay, so it's in the ZLS. Func. So we have to store the frame. We can store it in nothing, apparently. So that's good to know. What a great function name, by the way. Foo plus equals 1. Suspend. Oh. Interesting. So I guess that's not context, syntax for the current function. Foo plus equals 1. Use of undeclared identifier frame. You are correct. Local variable is never mutated. So I do this and then Zig test that. It should pass. Error async has not been implemented in the self-hosted compiler yet. Awesome. Zig, what version am I? 14. Da 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 da. Zigling's trying to go across the async. Who cares? I don't want to download a different version. It was already kind of a pain to get this one. Oh, my chair is so squeaky. Um, Don't care. I just want to get this to work. Okay, never mind. It's just not in Zig. So, um, let's, yeah. In that case, I don't really want to do the C stuff. Oh, my chair. No. Um, okay. In that case, I think we will move on to the chest break. Then I will take a little stretch break. And then we will start the to-do list app, I guess. I know that's kind of like a really lame project, but it should be simple enough to not be terrible. Um, just gonna start with this. The one thing I don't like about the ZOS, or at least how my configuration of it seems to be, is it doesn't do the built-in functions. So yeah, I have no way to really know what those are on my own. Uh, Pub fun main. It's gonna take nothing. And it can return an error or void. Okay, let's chess time. Is it chess.com or chess.org? Okay. Spoiler, I'm not very good at chess. Just gonna put that out there. Probably gonna move that somewhere so that no? Okay. Um this is less than ideal. I'd like to move my bishop somewhere so I can castle. They can go there or there. That one's kind of, well, I guess not because my queen's right there. Never mind. Um, yeah, we'll do that, I guess. let's see, they're probably gonna move that somewhere, maybe there, probably there. That'll do that, but oh my god. We had the same idea. Um, yeah, that's not a very good move to do. Let's I should bring my other knight out. What's it gonna be? Probably gonna do that. Or that. Yeah. Um, that's just free pawn. Then I can move my queen. Oh, that's like almost checkmate. I don't think there's anything they can do. Stumbled my way to victory on that one. Or not. Fuck. Emphasis on stumbled. That is very not good. Uh, yeah, I think I'm about to lose this one. Sure. Let's see, what are they gonna do? Probably no. 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 I really don't know what their plan is with their knights. That would be the plan. Fuck. Take it. I wish the screen. Wow. I wish this screen wasn't so bright. Uh. Or. Really, this is dark mode? Okay. Um. Oh my god. Okay. It's Jover, guys. This game is gone. Wait, why didn't I take the queen? I'm so stupid. What the fuck? Yeah. That was bad. Do not come to me for chess advice. Um, sure. What's the plan with that bishop? They're gonna go there. Plan foiled. Or not. Fuck. Oh my god. I guess of the two, that's the better outcome. That's just very unfortunate. Yeah. Okay. Um. Um. Fuck. Okay. I think the chess was a bad idea. I'm just making myself look very not smart. I swear I'm normally better than this. But through the power of sleep deprivation, you too can be very bad at chess. Such a great deal, right? Um, we're gonna go there. Okay. I can't believe I just I keep giving my queen away. Why? Oh no. I probably should move my rook to block, but yeah. Uh, hmm. Okay, well at least I didn't give them my rook for free. Um, yeah, I'm not really sure where to go from here. For sure that, I guess. I needed a new chair. Are they gonna move? Are they going to chess.com to like make the best AI move? What's going on here? Your opponent left the game. Really? But they're winning by so much. Why would they? Why would they give up? Okay. A win's a win, I guess. Um, that's not what I wanted. I wanted. Oh, Zen mode off, please. New opponent. All right. Last one before stretch and water break. And then coding time. Oh, never mind. Fuck. I meant to go. Oh my god. I'm. This is so not good. Okay. Pawn chain it is. That would be a bad move. Uh, let's just do that. Do it. No balls. Wow, I've like completely ruined my pawns here. Uh, oh well. Guess I probably shouldn't. Oh, fuck. I was gonna say, I guess I shouldn't pre-move that in case they do something I wasn't expecting. But, I goofed myself there. Um, Herm. Black resign. Why did they resign? Why is why are these like all bots? What the heck? Yeah, this is um pre-moving. Okay. That's kind of scary. What's it gonna be? Probably that? No? Do I bother putting them in check? No. Um, they're probably gonna move their knight there so that that can do that. Nope. I'm okay. My predictions are not good, apparently. Uh, Guess I could castle. Are they gonna do it? Shit. Um, they're probably better than me based on how they're playing, so I don't really want to lose my queen. Please don't see my knight. All for the trap. Darn. Okay, well. Guess I can pressure their knight. I'll probably do that. No. Interesting. Yes, I see they can take my queen. Yeah. Okay. I need to get my queen out. Okay. Just don't move there. Ah. Oh, whatever. It's safe to move my knight there now. Um. Checkmate, maybe? Depends on what they do with their queen. Have I really used like a minute more than them? What the hell? Yeah. Okay. I mean, what? Oh, yeah. Duh. Okay. Well, ending on a win is pretty nice. I'm not gonna bother with the working with C stuff. I'll do that off stream. So, let me just quickly check off what's been done. So we've read the article. We've uh, we've done the chess. So break time. And then to-do list thing, I guess. As usual, I will be no more than 5 minutes, probably. All right. So, what are the steps here? So we start the program. Um, I guess we have menus, so we can have like show list. Add item. Delete item. Save list to file. List. I feel like the audio for this is gonna be terrible because there's just so many S's. Um, and then I guess just go back to menu after each operation. In here, we can have a confirmation, and then in here we can have a instead of having to go back to the menu, you can just have oh my god, add another item. Oh yeah, duh. Quit. Also have a confirmation for this. Confirmation plus get file name. And we'll just save it as a txt. What do I want? I think it's writer. Yeah. And then standard in will be standard in, and this will be reader. Yeah. So should we I guess hold on. So this is gonna have to be an optional in case they return an empty string. I guess I could hmm. Do I wanna do I wanna do I want to prompt them to enter a valid item, or do I want to just let them enter garbage data and then if it's garbage, just discard it? Um, would probably return type, not optional, as in you don't need that because you do. Can't really have a to-do list without the list. Shocker, I know. Um, So I guess let's start with writing let's start with writing the menu. So I want standard out dot write all. Okay, you can just put a string. Welcome to the Zig command line to do program. I don't fucking know. What am I doing? You know what? I'm just gonna have that all in one thing. Choose an option below to start, I guess. 1. Add item to list. Nope. First one is show list. 2. Add item. Oh my god. Add item to list. What is happening? 3. Delete item from list. Oh, I can't type. I guess I don't need to put specify that it's the list. Delete item. Save list. And finally, quit. Now we need a var. What should we call this? Choice, I guess. Will be a u8 undefined. Choice is equal to try standard in dot read bytes. Does read byte not have anything? Great. Okay. Zig read byte. This close that. Other consideration. Save list in linked list form. Probably not doubly linked because You don't need to, you don't really need to walk backwards through it. Read byte. Yeah, I don't. So you just don't pass anything? Do you really not just read byte? Why is what's going on? Um, there we go. So yeah, it looks like you don't pass anything. Okay. Guess I could also just of course it's not in there. Sig standard docs. Yes, I know I have a thing there, but I don't have the documentation server running, so either read byte. No, EOF reads exactly bytes and returns as an array. Either read byte signed. You might as well make it signed, since it's or wait, it's only going to be positive. We want it to be unsigned. Never mind. And then we're just going to the user chose that for now. So this should, in theory, what did I call this? Too few arguments. What? No, it's not. What do you mean too few arguments? Is it because of all of this? Do I have undo tree? Yeah. Okay. I'm really big 14. I really was not expecting to fucking have an error on what's basically hello world. I know my. Yep, that happens sometimes. Are you for real? Okay. This is not Zig. Pub function main. Excuse me. Pub fun main. std debug print to future. Oh my god, okay, that's just not working. Yep. User chose 49. Oh, it's the because it's a U8. If I change this to an I32, 49. No? What the heck? Why is it saying 49? Why is my browser not working? Oh my god. I'm gonna 49 is 1. Yeah, why is it in the desk? Oh. These are just 49. Integer. Where's format? Yeah. Okay. Duh. See if that gets rid of the annoying. Nope. Definitely don't want to do that. So let's just do a I don't want to do this because if I do a switch on the choice, I can capture that and then I can have, yeah. So I want to, I'm just gonna put a little note. Create task struct and then switch choice to capture. For now, I'm just gonna do this. One will be that. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. And then 5 will just be return, and then switch must handle all possibilities. Else also return. Actually, let's turn with an error dot bad parameter. I don't know. So 1. Why did it return with the error? So 5 should. Not what I meant to hit. Switch. I guess I can get rid of that with an if statement. So if choice is less than or equal to 5 and choice is greater than or equal to 1, else we're going to want to debug.print. Please choose a valid option. What am I doing? Fingers. Switch must handle all possibilities. It does. Fine. Expected 2 arguments. Oh, I forgot. Zig has that. Please choose a valid option. Why is it? So let's do that. What's actually happening? So choice is 1. Oh, you know what? It's probably that new line. Um, so read until delimiter or EOF. Buffer is choice. Delimiter will be \n. That should be the address. Expected found. What do you mean optional? Is it because it's not const? Expected. Cannot convert option. Why is it an optional? Oh, because yeah. It has a chance of failing. Consider using where. Oh my god. Expand. Stop with the typos. So dot value. I'm gonna fucking. I'm so. Oh my god. This is just painful. Um. Or EOF. I can get rid of that. So is that what it wants? Expected type, blah 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 blah. Found type of what? I swear, I'm just like every time I do try to do something super simple, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't do. Okay, what's the actual? What's the problem here? Where's buffer? Yeah, buffer's just a U8. What? Is it because of that? There's no way. Why is it an optional? Okay, what are the other options? Read until delimiter. Switch on type U8. Ghost dot. Awesome. Uh, expected pointer dereference. Index for cannot dereference non-pointer type. This really shouldn't be this challenging. Zig, how to use. I just want to use read byte. Oh my god. Okay. Uh, I guess I can just make it 1. What? Does anyone else have these kind of issues, or am I just cursed? Feel like feel like I may just be cursed. Yeah. Standard in, read until delimiter, address, yep. Oh, Switch on type U8. Stream too long. What the fuck is this? Read until delimiter. Okay. I'm just gonna yoink that. Cut out all the stuff I don't need. I don't know, that can be 5, I guess. Actually, how do I get op? Op is just read byte. I mean, it really should be this simple. Choice 1. It's not, oh no, it's doing the else. Why? Else branch. Unused argument in else branch. Yeah. Sig remove new line from read byte. I think that wasn't an issue here. Oh. Is it because these are, what is happening? User chose one. Yeah. Okay. Um, Including program. Error. Dot. Unexpected failure. I really don't like that it's doing that double new line thing, but whatever. What am I doing? Error union is ignored. Okay, well in that case, I will go back to that. And then choice. Yay! So, um, let's make the putting program. Wow. Do I really need that still? Yup. I wonder. Can I just call main? Yes, I can. That seems like a really bad way to do that. So we're not gonna do that. Um, you're not gonna return. Does Zighev do well? I don't really need continues or breaks. We want to error union is ignored, of course. Hmm. Uh, huh. 91,000 lines. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not doing that. Um, yeah, it's about that time. As always, if you were lurking, thank you. If not, it doesn't matter because you weren't there. Gonna do that. And I guess until next time. See ya.